Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. So we are definitely getting some fall vibes around here today. It is September 4th and our weather here is really cool. Beautiful, cool morning. Nice morning for a nice hot cup of coffee. And we are going to make some pumpkin waffles this morning. We are going to get some waffles made. We're using our new little mini waffle maker. We're going to try this out. We're going to get some pumpkin waffles made to get stashed in our freezer. So we'll have some quick breakfast for either during the week or on the weekends when we are ready for football games on Saturday or whatever we're doing. So let's get in the kitchen and make some waffles. All right, so we've got a quarter of a cup, 4 tablespoons of our butter. We're gonna put this in the microwave and get it melting while we get our dry stuff mixed up. So we've got in here, we've got 1.5 cups of flour, or 1.25 cups, sorry, 1.25 cups of flour. We're gonna put in our 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, we need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I buy my baking soda in bulk at Costco, so I store it in a little container with a sealed lid on it so that it doesn't dry out. All right, we're gonna put in a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're using our Redmond's real salt. If you are not familiar with Redmond's real salt, I will leave a link for you guys in the description for this. It is the best salt I've ever tasted. All right, so we have our salt. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Looks like that's all I have. Yeah, we're gonna call that good. Looks like that's what I've got in here is a teaspoon. So we're just gonna put all that in there. And we're gonna use a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. I make my own pumpkin pie spice most of the time. Sometimes I do have store-bought, but I'm making pumpkin spice creamer, a homemade version of that. I'll leave a link for you guys in the description box for that recipe. That is so, so good, friends. I absolutely love it. Okay, so we have all this, and we'll just go ahead and give this a good whisk. We'll set this aside for just a second while we get the rest of our wet ingredients mixed in together. So we have our butter. We have a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. We have 1 cup of pureed pumpkin. This is about all I have left in this, from this can. Like I said, I've been making my own pumpkin spice creamer that has just been amazing. I love pumpkin spice lattes, but I cannot handle all the spice that they put in some of them. They just overdo it on some things, and it just gives me horrible heartburn. I just can't do it. So I like to make my own. I had never thought about making my own until a sweet friend of mine from church mentioned that you could make a lot of creamers yourself. So when she mentioned that to me, I decided to come home that night and do some research, and I managed to find a recipe. And I love it because I can put as much of whatever spices I want in it so that it's not going to overpower the creamer, and I can have it as spiced as I want or not as spiced. I have 1 1/3 cups of buttermilk. I did not have buttermilk. I don't typically keep it in my house. So I made my own buttermilk this morning. I just took my milk, I put a little bit of fresh lemon juice in it, and I let that lemon juice make my buttermilk. That's what I was trying to say. All right, so we have this all mixed up. Now we need to do our eggs. So we need to have our eggs. Oh, we forgot our vanilla. Let's put a little vanilla in here. We need about a teaspoon of vanilla. Let's give that another whisk really quick. All right, so we need to separate our eggs because we need to have egg whites to make waffles. That's what gives waffles the nice lift and that really fluffy texture. So we're gonna go ahead and get our eggs separated. We just have our bowl of our mixer. We're gonna use this to whisk our egg whites. I need 3 egg whites in here and 2 egg yolks. The egg yolks are gonna go in this over here with the rest of our wet ingredients. So we'll just drop 2 of those in there as we separate our eggs. Okay, there's our 2 egg yolks. This one we just need the egg white. All right, wash the egg off my hand. And mixer, we're gonna get these egg whites beating while we get everything else mixed together. Our dry mixture, we have our wet mixture. We're gonna mix those together. Let's get this, our wet and dry stuff incorporated. Then we're gonna switch to a spatula once we get this all mixed together, because when we put our egg whites in here, we wanna make sure that our egg whites get folded in, not mixed, because otherwise we are gonna deflate our beautiful egg whites, and we don't wanna do that. That's what's gonna give us that really beautiful lift on our waffles. I'm telling you, friends, this smells amazing. All right, friends, what we're looking for with our egg whites is stiff peaks. And I believe that's what we've got right here. And now we need to slowly incorporate with a spatula, not our whisk. So what I like to do when I'm using egg whites, I like to sacrifice just a little bit, like this much. And we're gonna put this in and we're gonna get this mixed in. This what helps us get it started. You're not really beating it, but you're just kind of getting it going, because it's a lot easier once you get a little bit of the egg white mixed in to really get the rest of it combined. So let's go ahead and put the rest of our egg whites in, and now we are going to be very careful. We are going to fold. We're not gonna mix, we're not gonna get crazy or impatient. We're gonna come right down through the center and we're gonna fold up. And we're just gonna take this and we're just gonna keep folding in that direction. Down and up, down and up. This is what's gonna help us get that nice fluffy texture in our waffles. We wanna make sure we get all of the egg white incorporated. We don't want any white spots in our batter, because that's just gonna give us a clump of hard cooked egg white. All right, friends, this looks perfect. That's what we want right there. All right, we're gonna get our little waffle maker unboxed here. Let's get this set up and get it plugged in, get it turned on so it can start heating up. I'm super excited to use this. So this is just a little guy. This is just a mini one, because this is what I wanted, was something similar to an Eggo waffle size is what I was looking for. This is gonna be perfect. It's gonna make lots of waffles, which is exactly what I want, because I wanna be able to have a bunch of these in my freezer ready to go. So this is the pumpkin ones. We are gonna make some apple waffles, so we can have those in there, either apple butter or like an apple cinnamon or some kind of an apple waffle. So it has a little light right here. That little light's gonna go off when it tells us that this is hot. We're gonna be able to spray it. We're gonna put our waffle batter in, and we're gonna make some amazing pumpkin waffles, and I'm super excited to have these. I use avocado spray. I don't like to buy Pam. I think Pam's got too many chemicals in it. That's just me. You use whatever spray you want to use, but I'm going to use use this avocado spray. I think that's going to be okay. I'm going to grab a scoop because I want to have my muffin or my waffles the same size. You can feel this getting hot already. And I think we're going to start, I haven't used this thing yet, so we're going to experiment with this together and find out how much batter it actually takes. So I have a little scoop. This is my, I think this is my medium size scoop. I don't remember the size on this one off the top of my head, but I think this is about 1 ounce or ½ ounce. So our light will go off when this is fully hot and ready for us to put our batter in. We'll give it a quick spray and we'll do our first waffle. We'll experiment. We'll see if this one scoop is going to be enough or if this is going to take two to make all of these waffles. So we're ready to spray this and get our first waffle in. All right, let's start with 1 scoop of our waffle batter. I think I'm gonna go just, I can already tell, I'm gonna go just a hair bit more. All right, let's put our lid down and see how this does. I wanna try not to overfill this because I don't really want this like spilling out the sides. I hate trying to clean a waffle iron that has burnt on a waffle batter on the edge. I just don't wanna have to do that, so full. And I'm telling you friends, the smell of this right now is amazing. Oh my gosh. I will leave this recipe for you guys in the description box so that you can make these waffles yourself at home. If you have a regular size waffle maker, that's perfect. If you want to get one of these little mini ones, I'll leave the link for this one in the description box for you guys as well. Oh my gosh, friends. This is so cute. But I think I want this just a tad bit more done. I want this to be a little bit more crispy, but this is so cute. I think now I have this, I think we're gonna do what, 1.5 scoops is what's gonna be perfect amount for this, and it's not gonna overflow. We're gonna have a beautiful little waffle. As I said, this one could take just a tiny bit more batter. There's a couple little spots where it didn't fully get filled in and we don't have a perfectly round waffle, but we're experimenting with this. We're learning to use this little thing together, and this is pretty exciting. All right, let's look at our waffle now. There we go, friends. Look at that. Is that cool or what? I am super excited about this. All right, we're just gonna keep making waffles, friends. We are gonna use all of this batter. We're gonna get all of these waffles made. And we are gonna have waffles for our freezer to get us through the entire fall. And that's going to be exciting. All right, friends, so we have made all of these waffles. We've got one more waffle to go. So I thought I would bring you guys back for this last waffle. We have just enough of our pumpkin batter to get one more waffle out of this batch. We're kind of getting to the bottom of our bowl. I am super happy with this recipe. So this full recipe made, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So basically 20 waffles out of this batch. Hubby already had one, he wanted to try them. So he tried one. So basically we're getting 20 waffles out of this batch, which is amazing. So we're gonna put these on a sheet pan. They're gonna go into the freezer and they'll be flash frozen so that we can just pack them into bags and they're not going to go in. You don't want to put them in when they're soft like this because they're going to stick together. So we're going to put them in there in a single layer, let them freeze, and that way they'll be ready for us to pull them out and heat them up in the toaster oven for a quick breakfast if we need it. You can have these just plain with some butter, some maple syrup on them. You can make a beautiful apple compote if you want to. I may do that and can some. I haven't quite decided yet, but I want to have some options for these when we have these in the freezer for a nice quick breakfast. But I'm super, super happy with this little waffle maker. This thing is amazing. If you're looking for a little waffle maker to make some waffles for your kids, this is perfect. These are the perfect size for them. They're about the size of an Eggo waffle. You can make just plain waffles. You can make blueberry waffles. You can make all the things. Super excited. If you are doing keto, I wish we would have had this when we were doing keto. We used our big waffle maker to do chaffles, which is a keto version of a waffle made with cheese and either like coconut flour or some kind of almond flour or something like that. And we used to eat chaffles all the time when we were doing keto. I wish we would have had this little waffle maker back then. So if you're doing keto, I suggest you buy one of these. Have this with you guys ready to make your chaffles for your keto diet. But this is super quick. It only takes a couple of minutes for this to do these waffles. As you can see, we just put this one in here and now this one is all done. That's what they look like. They are so, so good, friends. I'm telling you, this thing was well worth I think it was 20 bucks. I'll look again. But like I said, I'll leave a link for you guys in the description box for this little waffle maker because it was definitely worth the money that we spent. All right, friends, this is what we did today with our little mini waffle maker. We made all of these pumpkin waffles. They smell so amazing. I highly, highly recommend this little waffle maker. I recommend this recipe. This recipe is amazing. It's going to be so good for this fall to have a quick breakfast in our freezer, ready to go. I'm excited about this. All right, friends, thanks so much for joining me today in my kitchen as we made a fun fall recipe to get us in our freezer ready for fall so that we are ready for quick breakfast. We'll talk to you guys in the comments. If you have a favorite recipe, leave that in the comments for me so that I can try those. I love trying new recipes that people send me. So I'm super excited to try any of them that you guys send me. And go enjoy this weather. Go enjoy everything out there right now. The fall weather is coming. The leaves are going to be changing. I'm excited about that. I can't wait. And we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Thanks again, friends. It means so much to me that you would take time to spend time with me. If you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Most importantly, give this a like because you're going to love these. And we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, friends, and God bless.